Long ago, in the time when the ancient Vedas were first spoken under the open sky, there was a sacred fire that burned day and night. This fire was not ordinary. It was the fire of Agni, the god of flames, the messenger between gods and men. The fire altar of Agni was the heart of many rituals, a place where offerings rose as smoke to the heavens, carrying prayers to the divine. Today we journey back to those ancient times, to uncover the secrets of the fire altar and the ruins where once the hymns of the Vedas echoed. In the land of the seven rivers, where the Indus and Saraswati once flowed, the early people of the Vedic age built altars of fire. These were not just simple pits in the ground. They were carefully designed, shaped with precision, made of bricks laid in patterns that held deep meaning. The fire altar was called the Agnihotra, and it was the center of worship. Each morning and evening, priests would gather around it, chanting sacred mantras, pouring offerings of ghee and grain into the flames. They believed that Agni himself would carry these gifts to the gods, ensuring prosperity, rain, and protection for the people. The construction of the fire altar was a sacred act. The priests followed strict rules, for even the smallest mistake could anger the gods. The bricks were arranged in layers, sometimes in the shape of a bird, sometimes in the shape of a man. These shapes were symbols. The bird represented flight, the journey of the soul, while a man represented the divine being, the Purusha, from whose body the universe was said to have been born. The altar was not just a place of fire. It was a map of the cosmos, a mirror of the heavens on earth. But where are these altars now? The ruins of the ancient Vedic world lie scattered across the land, buried under centuries of earth and forgotten by time. In places like Kaushambi, Hastinapur, and the banks of the Agnihotra River, archaeologists have found traces of these sacred fires, ash, burnt bricks, and the remains of offerings. The great cities of the Vedic age are gone, but their stories remain, whispered in the hymns of the Rig Veda, the oldest scripture of India. One such place is the ancient site of Kalibangan. Here, the remains of fire altars were found in the ruins of a city that thrived over 4,000 years ago. The altars were made of baked bricks, arranged in perfect squares. Around them, archaeologists found pits filled with ash and animal bones, proof of the sacrifices once made there. The people who lived here knew the power of fire. They knew that Agni was not just a destroyer, but also a purifier, a force that could cleanse and renew. The fire altar was more than just a place of worship. It was a symbol of life itself. In the Vedic tradition, fire was the spark of existence, the energy that animated all things. Without Agni, there could be no light, no warmth, no life. The rituals performed at the altar were meant to keep the cosmic order in balance, to ensure that the sun would rise, the rains would fall, and the earth would give its bounty. But as time passed, the great fire altars began to fade. New kingdoms rose, new gods were worshipped, and the old ways were slowly forgotten. The Vedas, once memorized and recited by heart, were written down. The open-air rituals gave way to temples and idols. Yet, even today, in some villages of India, the tradition of the fire altar lives on. Small ceremonies are still performed. Ghee is still poured into flames, and the name of Agni is still spoken with reverence. The ruins of the Vedic age may be silent, but their message is clear. They tell us of a time when humans sought to speak with the divine through fire and smoke, when the earth and the heavens were connected by the flames of sacrifice. The fire altar of Agni was not just a structure of bricks. It was a bridge between worlds, a testament to the faith of those who came before us. And so, as we stand before these ancient ruins, we remember. We remember the priests who chanted under the stars, the flames that reached toward the sky, and the God who carried their prayers to the heavens. The fire may have gone out, but its light still shines in the stories we tell, in the myths carved not just in stone, but in the hearts of those who seek the wisdom of the past. This is the legacy of the fire altar of Agni, a legacy that still burns, faint but unbroken in the embers of time.